Hello, and welcome back everyone to D6, where I, Archie, and bring together several friends from across the internet to play on a TTRPG show.
Ha.
Oh. Hi.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh.
I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. That was me just not thinking. Alrighty. Well then, before we get on into today's session, I have one relatively major announcement. So as we were talking about a couple weeks ago about there being a slight pause in our upload schedule because I am moving, that time has been moved up. I'm assuming by the time this episode comes out, I will have already moved. So I do apologize. We will put out some announcements over on social media in advance for when we will not be uploading from date to date. But yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Circumstances have led me to having to expedite my moving situation, but now everything's already settled. It should be fine. Once everything's moved in, we'll get right back into recording our regular sessions.
So by the time you guys see this, we'll be a lot less stressed.
Yes. Oh, significantly so. Next on my list of things to say and do, hopefully we will be coming out with the Rittermagus subclass relatively soon. I am almost done with a bit of balancing work that has been necessary for it, but also kind of just waiting on art at this point, and that's pretty much it for the subclass. So once it is released, it will be available to our $10 patrons once it is available. So yeah. Our podcasts go live every Saturday at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Quite luckily, we've been having a consistent upload schedule, but keep in mind, once all of the public episodes are kind of out, whilst we are on break, we will pretty much be also putting a pause on the podcast episodes as well, so that way it kind of coincides with the time in which content is released at that moment. So just keep that in mind to our podcast listeners. I don't think there's too much else aside from that as per D6 news. But like and subscribe, you know.
Subscribe.
Right. Yeah. You guys ready?
We're never ready for the chaos you have in store.
We
just deal with it as it comes.
I've done my job kind of okay then. Alrighty. With that being said, let's go into jump into today's session on D6. So, where we had last left off. As our adventurers make their way to the city of Thesis, they found themselves embroiled in a family matter involving one of the world's most popular bards, Priya, the Rosabella idol, who was caught up in the madness in between her sister Fuchsia, as well as her more bestially behaved brother, who has been targeting her for some time for relatively unknown reasons. After the day passes, you guys begin to figure out that the machinations of Igwelv began to reveal itself having prepared for this event and concert to go completely awry, drawing Priya and Fuchsia's brother to her and abducting her, and subsequently invoking the pure bestial side of Cotton. After a call to Alois for help by Holly, you all found yourselves attempting to quell the beast that Cotton had become, her mind now shattered. In that effort, Alois, under the pressure of possibly permanently losing Cotton, decides to have you all join him within her mind to see if you can all piece her back together in this strange and unknown world of a person's mind. As all of you traverse through what feels like endless colors and lights and these small, almost electrical swishes of light as they pass by you, like neurons firing off erratically. As you push through as if your bodies fall through the ether, suddenly darkness envelops all of you. As suddenly you are all pulled away in several different directions, far and apart, but your minds slightly connected. Rolloy.
Uh-huh.
You feel as your hooves touch cool cobblestone. As you open your eyes and you find yourself in this serene, almost garden-like area. The air is cool. The day sky is clear. And there's this small table. On it is a couple of cups and various silverware, as well as what looks like to be this large board off to the side with this blurry map that doesn't really go much anywhere. It could best resemble what somebody would imagine to be the map of Erzuheim, but it's as if it is a failing memory and it can't make out the entirety of it. Winry. I'll be getting through everybody, trust me. As you feel your boots gain traction, as you stumble out of these steel white halls, even the slightest footfall leaves behind an echo from your boots. And you could also feel a sway, almost as if there's pressure, and the air here is a little heavy, but not dangerous. You're up. As you find yourself waking on the ship of the Nightwish in this terrible downpour, lightning striking every so often, left and right, but the sea is still. There isn't a single thing that is moving the ship, not you, not anything, just rain and lightning and a lack of motion.
Sorry.
Alright. Holly.
Yeah.
As you walk in the cold cobble streets, you see these tall buildings. They line each side. The familiar visage of Hollygrad, and a dark, moonlit night as the sounds of hungry and violent beasts hide in the very shadows. Alois,
Yours?
as he stands in a large room familiar to him, his home, staring at walls that have been turned and gnashed through with massive claws and bedding torn. One single familiarity to every one of these scenes, though. From where you guys have entered, there is a void. Looking back at that void, it does not allow you to pass, but there is a void, like a split, a crack in the very fabric of, well, this mind. You all hear within your minds the voice of Alois as it reaches out to you all. Is everyone still here?
Think so.
Present?
Yeah.
Maybe?
You get a feeling we're all going to be dealing with something individually. Use caution when moving forward.
Right. We're looking around at just being on a boat.
At least it's familiar.
This is so creepy.
Yeah, creepy is definitely what I'm getting.
Question, can we hear each other, or...?
You can hear each other, just barely, though.
It's like a fading walkie-talkie effect.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any differences besides the storms and the raining downpour? Like, are there any other differences with the Nightwish?
There are no major differences with the Nightwish. There are, especially for you, like, it's very much the exact same ship that you guys have been using to travel throughout Erdseheimel for these past 8 months.
Like, there's no weird door, like, is...
That's
Do
a
I
good
have the-
question. If he's on the Nightwish, I wonder.
The sea is still. If I look over the side of the boat, like,
is still dark waters.
Okay. No one in the ship?
Make an investigation.
Got it. 6.
As you attempt to go and inspect, you kind of turn over the entirety of the top deck, and as you attempt to try to go to the lower deck, the door is locked and shut. It will not let you pass. After a moment, you begin to hear the faint sounds of crying. As suddenly you are enveloped with an emotion of sadness.
Can I follow the crying?
So you can. As you go to the main deck, you can hear it as it gets louder. As you reach up towards the bow of the ship, you can see, even through all the darkness, this faint, glowing, small creature, no bigger than a ball. Their presence is familiar. Their skin and hide familiar with that of like an armadillo. They are enclosed and packed tight, as if to protect themselves.
Rad would like to try to approach.
So you go to approach. Winry.
Yep.
You're gonna be jumping around a lot this session, trust me.
We don't want anybody twiddling their thumbs.
Oh, trust me, I'm not twiddling in my notes here.
As you begin to walk down these halls, these plain white steel halls, you begin to see that there are these massive hatched doors. As you try and like move one of them, they don't really budge.
Well, it's worth trying, I guess. On to the next door.
After a few doors, you begin to see that there is one door in particular that's kind of left ajar.
Wenry will try to be quiet in this very echoey hall and peer inside before approaching too close.
As you look inside, see what looks like to be an open room with a glass looking port, as it looks down further into another area.
I'm sorry, is that a glass-looking port on the floor?
It's like, think of a
It's
surgical
like
theater.
slanted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where. Oh, jeez. Alright. Wenry will very carefully come through. She's gonna look around for any kind of things that she might accidentally step on and just makes her way carefully over to the viewing window.
Somehow
As
still
you
finds a
look-
twig.
As you look down into the viewing window, you see a room splattered and covered in blood.
Oh, jeez.
as suddenly you are enveloped with an emotion familiar of that to shame. As you hear the faint ticking, almost as if something tapping on the steel as it approaches you.
Winry's going to look around to see if she can see what's making the sound.
As you look back, you see a massive scorpion-like creature with this emanating color of this deep yellow. The face, if one could describe one for a scorpion-like creature, you can see one of the sides of the faces where many of the eyes would be is gashed over.
Oh my.
As you stare, Holly, as you walk through these streets, you don't really go too far here. As you continue to walk and move forward, it seems like you just come back around in a circle. This one area is enclosed. This is a memory that goes no further than where it starts and where it begins.
Where it ends.
As you begin to make your way around, you hear the faint skittering of something, more than just whatever sounds are hidden within the shadows.
Hello? She's gonna turn toward the sound and walk towards it cautiously.
As you begin to move closer towards the sound, you find yourself in this darkened, almost alley-like area. You see these two hunched-over creatures staring, laughing as you hear the faint cries and terrified screams.
I'm gonna run straight toward them. Hey!
As both heads look and they hiss at you, this low, guttural, bestial-like hiss. Before, almost as if like staring into the face of fear itself, they lower their heads and then run away as fast as possible, leaving behind with what looks like to be this small jackalope-like creature. Their color emanates this deep and almost maroon, purpley color.
Oh. Were they bothering you? And she's gonna walk over and see if she can get close, but being cautious, understanding it was scared.
As you get close, roll away. Taking a look around in this courtyard, you find yourself walking through the stone paths, the lush green and well-kept gardens. This place is calm, simple, peaceful. and you are washed over with an emotion of calm as
I really dig it here.
you hear the
I hope the others are also having good times like this.
All you hear is screaming. Oh.
as you turn over your shoulder and you hear the faint flapping of wings back at that table where you had first arrived.
I look back.
They're sitting, or I guess perched, on one of the chairs now. This creature that emanates a form of kind of almost bright white color. As it stares at you, and you see one of the eyes is missing on the side.
Rendering completed.
Robot! Cotton. Oh my gosh, wait a minute.
We're all in a matrix.
Dazzle, is that you?
It's an owl, not Dazzle.
Yeah. As for Eloise, it doesn't take long as a creature enters through this void. This huge, hulking lioness, one of its eyes missing, and him staring back at it with a knowing look. As such, scene is set. You're out. As you approach this creature, you lean down, you can see that its body is wetted by the rain and is protecting themselves from the buffeting of the wind and lightning.
Can I get close enough to the creature and just be like, hey, it's okay. Here, you can come
You're really low, right?
hang out. He's feeling out the mindscape thing. He's trying to pick up quick, but it's just like he's still being kind of a little bit cautious. But it's what color is it glowing? You said it was glowing.
A deep blue, very sad blue.
Hey, do you want to warm up? Get out of the rain? Kind of trying to coax it and ask if it's like basically wants to like go into like his coat or be held.
Blue.
Okay, I didn't know when I was taking over or not. I was sorry. I was like,
By all means.
when is it? This thing is emanating a ton of sadness, and despite the comforting words, it just seems to cry harder. But the moment you try to offer to hold it, it might unfurl just a little bit, but it's staring at you with just these sad eyes. Obviously, one of the eyes is damaged, as per all the animals are. And just asks you in a very, like, shaky voice, why? What's the point?
Well, it looks like you might.
I'm sorry, I can't cry on cue.
You're
It's
good.
fine.
You're good. Well, it looks like you might need a little bit of a hug. It's okay if you don't want to be touched, but
Did it ever occur to you that you're the reason I'm crying?
he kind of blinks and his face does soften in a sad way, but he still has he does have a small smile.
I get you back. And then I'm immediately told you're just gonna be gone anyway? And you're okay with it?
I'm not okay with it.
You've already
I'm-
accepted your terms as if it's just gonna happen.
No.
You
I
haven't
have
said
not-
anything to me otherwise? You haven't done anything?
I thought that I wasn't
Tanya
supposed
straight up appeared to me and said at the end of this once, if we get Zara back, that you're just gonna be out of my life anyway. Again.
It's not that I'm not he lets her finish.
8 months. 8 months. And I haven't heard a word from you about this. Not once. What else am I to just assume that you're just accepting that you're just going to die anyway? And leave me to just hopefully raise Zara by myself. And that's if we can.
I'm sorry.
It's not heroic. I just want you to try. But it doesn't look like you want to.
I do. I just don't know where or how. I'm not magical or talented like you and the others. I have to borrow my power from the person that's keeping me alive.
Have you ever tried just talking to us or her? Anything.
I assumed, and wrongfully
and that's
so.
that's that right there. You just assumed.
I assumed that the steps that you and the crew were taking.
I'm not telling you about that because I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that, but you have a direct line to the person who made this deal with you. And you start off being the nastiest, disrespectful person to her. I mean, thankfully, you've seemed to have repaired something, but you have not once thought, maybe I should just talk to her, see if there's anything else we can do. Because I'm struggling. We're all struggling with this other plan, and I don't even think it's even plausible anymore. So yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know. But it doesn't excuse or change the fact that you're right. I do need to talk to her. She seems to be on better terms with me now. Since we got rid of some things in her way, I guess. I'm just scared to talk to her. And end up disappearing sooner than I'm supposed to.
She can't do that.
I don't know if she can or not, but that's what I fear. I don't want to leave you all too soon.
But where was this? Why won't you talk to me about this? Why is it that you assume I'm okay?
I don't assume you're okay. I know that you're dealing with a lot. I don't want
We
you
all
to.
are, but that doesn't mean you can't talk.
It's.
Why did this suddenly change?
There's just so much.
I'm your partner. You're supposed to be able to talk to me.
I just don't want you to... I just didn't... I guess I was being selfish, wanting to protect you from this happening, breaking,
You've been
because
leaving me
I
in the
put too
dark.
much stress on you. I didn't want to... I didn't want to hurt you without helping first.
But you left me in the dark.
I didn't hear what you said if you said something.
I said you left me in the dark.
Any thoughts? I don't want to do that.
I want you to try. I want you to fight. I want you to talk to me. It's equal ways both ways. Bottling things up for me doesn't help.
Okay. Right. Y'all have been dealing with so much. Without excuses. I am fighting. I do want to fight. I haven't lost my fire. But... yes, I want to assure you that I haven't lost my will to fight. I do need help. Need help on where all that energy should go. Like,
Were you just waiting for us to finally get to Zara and hope things don't go bad?
I'm having a lot of faith in believing that my actions will prove to Beltania that I'm worth staying.
You are.
That's wishful thinking, and you're right. But I shouldn't just keep pushing forward like that. Because it's hurting you, and that's not what I want to do. That's not what I ever want to do. Make sure to fight beside you. Go through this together, like we're supposed to. Right.
Is there a role I have to be doing or something?
There is a moment where you feel like that there is a connection, but something else blocks the way. Another feeling, another conversation yet to have had. Something yet unresolved. But there'll be a conversation after we come back. As the scene shifts, Holly. dark, cool, and moonlit night. And you see this huddled creature in the corner of a wall. As you approach
Hello.
it, it doesn't seem to want to go in any which directions. It has the familiar gnashed eye, as the other one is trying to find its way around, but yet remaining still.
Were they bothering you?
I would like to preface for the very beginning, you're gonna hear my voice, but I can't change it, but because considering what this memory was from, you're gonna be hearing a child's version of Cotton's voice, by the way.
Okay.
So, just scared little jackalope, and the moment you speak to it, it looks up to you with the biggest wide eyes, even with the damaged eye, and it looks like it's freshly bleeding, though. This is her memory of when she was a child, and the night she met Aloise. So it looks up and it starts backing away, like you've seen a scared animal like trying to get away, clawing at the walls. It just, when it realizes it can't get away, it just looks back going, please don't hurt
Holly
me.
is going to very slowly, with her hands up, kind of go, "Oh no, don't worry, I'm not here to hurt you." And she's going to kneel down and kind of rest her hands on her thighs. I just want to help, and your eye looks pretty bad. Do you think maybe I could heal that for you?
I don't want to die.
Well, I don't think you're gonna die. I think you just need a little help, and I think I can do that.
Those eyes are staring at the little raven crest on your chest. Just wide.
Do you like this?
No.
No. Well, then I'll put it away. And she's gonna unclip the crest and take her cloak off, fold it, and put it to the side.
You deal in death.
I don't deal in death. I help people who are dying to be comfortable and happy. That doesn't mean I'm going to make you die.
How does one even find happiness in death? That just sounds awful.
Sometimes life is hard and your body can't keep up. But you know, I don't only deal in death, I deal in life too. I can help pull people away from death. It's about balance.
It just seems like everyone around me is just going to die.
Death is a truth for everyone, eventually. But we don't have to be afraid of it. I can help you feel better and more alive in the meantime.
How?
Well, for one, that eye is looking pretty bad there, my guy. Can I heal you?
She shakes her head.
Yes or no?
No, sorry. I realize that I'm not on camera. Sorry, I work with Zoom, okay? And it's funny because I'm constantly telling witnesses, please stop shaking your head, yes or no.
Yeah, just say what you gotta say.
Sorry,
Right.
I fell into my own problem. Also-
dang it.
Also, Aaron, I sent you a message because I'm a little confused on that last bit.
Yeah.
About the other topic.
Oh, you don't want help with your eye, huh?
It's gone. I can't see.
You
But
don't have to see out of it for it to feel better. It's bleeding, needs to be cleaned and wrapped. It might be gone, but it's still a part of you, and we have to take care of it.
You're avoiding the whole conversation in that case if you're just focused on my eye.
Avoiding what? The topic of death?
Why everyone just seems ready to die. I don't understand it.
People are not necessarily ready to die, they're just brave in the face of bad things.
Holly, your passive insight would tell you, the way she mentions this, it's not about the people. It's about the people around her. It's the topic of Murad. It's the topic of Alois. It's the topic of Roleplay. You as a harbinger of death and the process of it, the way that the Raven Queen represents this transition from life to death, destiny, fate, how the strings attach to all of us and how they cross. The fear of that life being cut short.
So, you don't want your family, your friends, to be so ready for death.
No.
May I ask why?
Its face, or its eyes will look around, well, its eye will look around again and then back at her, just... I started off alone. And then I gained all these people in my life. And now it just feels like they're all going away. I don't want to be alone. I want them to try.
They are trying. But at some point, you have to accept that there is a second possibility that you may not continue, even with how hard you fight. We're all fighting for Murad. We're all fighting for Rolloy. We do everything we can for your father, though he keeps us at arm's length. But they have to plan. They have to expect. It's natural to think about what happens if you fail. And fear of that is not better than acceptance.
The ears are just pinned against the head, as you would see as like a distressed bunny at this point. I'm kind of grasping at straws here, Aaron. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
This is... No, like, I had thoughts and then they left me.
It's all right.
This is what I was scared of.
Hey, it's alright. Take the moment to process it. Most people do. I know I do.
Just feels like no matter how much I try, more things just kind of get in the way, and I don't like having to just accept it.
It's not your responsibility to prevent death. And at some point, there is nothing left you can do. But you have to understand that there is peace in rest. And destiny is going to go the way that it intends to take us.
But if I die, Zara's alone.
Zara's not alone.
By the way, that's just commenting on the fact that she knew that this was a possibility, that she'd die like this, the whole mind-shattering bit. This is the one thing that she was recently worried about talking to you guys about it.
Zara's not alone. She'll have her Uncle Roy and her Auntie Holly and her Auntie Winry. Maybe she'll have Marat if we can figure that out. And most likely she'll have you. You're talking about everyone else giving up and dying. Are you giving up and dying?
I don't know. I don't want to.
Then don't. Fight for it. But come here and let me help you through it.
I'm assuming that would be a persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a good 20.
nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
Very good roll.
There'd be a pause, and like the nose is flicking like a million miles a second, like, but staying like close to the ground, being as small as possible. It would just kind of like eventually not hop, but like crawl over to you. But it is shaking.
Not to be this way, but I think this is the only time you've ever been smaller than me, and I kind of dig it.
You know bunnies hiss, right?
Yeah, that's fair. And she's gonna hold her hands out to you and wait for you to come to them.
Yeah. Eventually, she's just gonna have a bunny in her lap that has horns, but close enough.
As you enter into the lap of Holly, you both hear the cackling down that dark hole, that dark alley, as you both see, and almost as if these faint, dark, eerily familiar reflections of animalistic eyes that shine through the night.
And now that bunny is hurled up into your side, like as flat as it can get.
Holly is going to put her up against her armor and glare down those eyes. What's so funny?
You hear a voice. It is many. It is guttural. Death is always the end. This one fears what cannot be. The finite. As you see some of the forms kind of move closer, another voice as it echoes out. This one desires longevity. It is what drives them. It is their nature. and you see, almost as if watching the shadows coalesce to something dark before barely reaching the moonlight as it is touched by it. You see all of them slink back into the shadows and disappear. Roll it. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to keep up with these notes. I hope I'm taking good ones.
You're doing good.
You're doing great.
You're doing amazing.
Powder.
Well, as you walk up, and you see this owl as it's kind of turning its head left and right and kind of trailing you.
He like moves one, like the upper half of his body to one side, see if its head follows.
Oh, it does.
Moves to the other side.
Does again.
Well, isn't this a hoot?
And it actually starts.
And what are you supposed to be?
I'm Cotton? Do you not know me?
You know, of all the things that you've been, I believe that, actually.
I mean, would she know why she's taking this form, or she's just like, this is normal to her?
She would somewhat have a familiarity as to why this is.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, she just shake her head, and the feathers fluff up a bit for a second, then just the wing, even though she doesn't have hands, the wing just kind of like knocks to her eyes a bit. Blind sight? Make sense now?
Oh, I see. This is a representation of something.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, this is a little fucked, isn't it?
Roll
I mean...
with pure insight alone, you know as chimeras are creatures of multiple other creatures that kind of just get mashed together either by magical means, scientific means, or alchemical means.
There you go.
Sorry.
We got there. First try.
Very scientifical.
So this is probably where the blind sight aspect of their chimera form comes from.
I may not be anything about time magic, but this is all chimera stuff that I had been working on. There's the lichen stuff, there's the chimera stuff, so it's just all adaptability. Wild, isn't it?
I mean, this is about as wild as it gets.
Yeah, you're in my head. Kind of feels weird,
I'd imagine.
but I'm happy you're here. I don't know
You
what's
smile.
about to happen, but you always have a way to just give me this feeling that we're gonna be okay. And I thank you for that.
Oh. He does like the OU sort of hand gesture.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Me neither. This is way out of the realm of my expertise.
Yeah.
But for all the trouble this little gaggle of idiots seems to get into,
Hey, these are our idiots.
and we tend to come out of things okay.
Yeah, I mean, you looked me straight in the eye when I came back admitting that I was a murderer, and you were like, that's fine.
I mean, we've all killed people.
Not
We're adventurers. That's just a fact of our lives.
I don't think as brutally as I have, but you have helped me kind of find my path, because let me tell you, having not all the facts in my head and just being believed that I did this purely out of murder was scary.
But you didn't.
Well, I found that out later, but while I didn't know, you just kind of made sure I didn't, I guess, spiral down the different paths of how many ways is this actually going to be awful.
Cotton, you are so intelligent. Maybe the second smartest person I know.
Thank you. I don't feel like
you
that
tend
a
to
lot.
overthink things.
I guess it comes with the territory.
A part of being smart is knowing when it's not worth thinking about something.
Yeah, you try telling
Trust
your brain
me,
that.
I don't think about a lot.
That does worry me. You know I do worry about you.
And whatever for.
I don't know, you're also impending death?
Well, that's the thing about the future, isn't it?
It's soup.
It's unknowable, even to me.
I know. But
Delicious soup. But
knowing that you're gonna be there, if we're there or not, for Zara, it gives me that hope that things, despite no matter how awful it can go, there's still hope.
there's always hope, Cotton. Even in the bleakest of moments.
I'm starting to learn that, but I learned this from you.
I'm just a regular ray of sunshine, aren't I?
Yeah, generally. But are you okay?
He strokes his chin for a moment. He acts like he's really thinking about it.
I know I don't ask a lot. I don't try to pry. But I am also aware that the people that smile the most tend to have a lot to, frown about. Something's going on. And I'm not asking you to just empty out your guts, but as a friend that I hope you trust, that you'd let me know that if you're okay or not.
I think I haven't been for a long time. But now, with a clear goal ahead of us, and with the end finally in sight, I may not be able to see perfectly into the future, but I've got a feeling that things are gonna be okay.
This isn't where we die?
Not even a little.
The owl form will actually kind of lift off for a second and just land on your shoulder and do that little bird thing where they just kind of like lean into you. Good. I like this friendship. I don't want to lose it.
It'd take a lot for that to happen.
Well, a lot's been happening, and it's probably going to happen, but you seem to be the glue to keep us all together at times, and I'm grateful for that.
As a being with hooves, I resent that remark.
I realize my misstep here. You would
I'm
think
kidding.
someone who's smart.
I'm joking.
I know.
As you both sit there with a laugh in your chests and a conversation at hand. Winry.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
No.
A little bit too cheery for this situation. I'll try to keep up with these notes.
As you stare back at this large scorpion-like creature, staring back at the room, then again. Not hostile, but staring below, you feel this immense shame.
Oh, jeez. Hello? Winry will cautiously just hold her hands up. She doesn't know how to react to a giant scorpion.
So, is the scorpion down there or in the same room with her?
In the same room.
Okay, I was
You're
a little
both-
confused.
You both are capable of looking down into that lower room.
You would think a giant scorpion would seem formidable, but this one seems different. Like, the tail is held low, not in striking position, just seeming small, despite its size. I'm assuming this is like Dune Pitter size then, huh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to see any of this. You shouldn't have to.
Winry will...
Don't
Like-
look at it.
It's okay. It's...
No, it's not.
Oh boy. Hey, it's...
That was almost you too. So many times. How do you even trust me? Why?
At that moment, it would probably click for Winry that this is Cotton. Oh jeez, it's you, isn't it?
Who else would I be? Just this monster. What I actually am?
Winry will approach. Just,
And it will step back.
It's okay, please.
No, it's not. I'm
Okay.
tired of hearing that this is okay. What I did was awful.
I suppose I should clarify what happened. It's bad. It's awful. I know. People got hurt. I almost got hurt a few times, but
Admit it, I almost killed you. Please stop sugarcoating it.
okay, then I won't sugarcoat it. I did almost die a few times.
Then why are you here? You shouldn't even be here. This is not safe for you. Anywhere near me is not safe for you.
I'm here because it's you.
You need to go.
You're my friend, Cotton. I'm not leaving you behind.
You just hear like the little like clicks of either the feet or even the pincers. Yep. It doesn't know what to do in this situation because it feels like it could lash out at you at any moment.
Here, how about we sit down for a second? Just sit and talk. Is that okay?
Nothing's okay. Also, I don't know how a scorpion just sits. I guess it just lowers its body to the ground.
It lays flat.
Flat.
Okay, that's all right.
The
So-
sound of a very French scorpion as they push sand on top of themselves.
If I can't see you, you can't see me.
Oh no, Aaron!
I'm sorry. That's what it reminds me of.
That's also not a scorpion that does it. That's actually a spider.
Oh, God. It's one arachnid or the
That
other.
is a correct.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
You are correct. They are
It is
both
a spider
rabbits, but
that does that.
Yeah, the spooter.
Yeah. Spider-Man, yeah, it's me.
well, okay. This is not okay. This is something that happened, and it hurt you, and it hurt other people. We can both agree to
hurt
that,
you.
right?
Just say it. I hurt you. I hurt other people.
I hurt others too. Perhaps not as bad, but I have. And
I murdered my friend, nearly killed the other, and I nearly killed him. And now, my friend's husband is after us, and he's probably gonna try to kill all of us for it too. I am constantly putting you in danger's path. Just by existing near you.
well, I accepted that danger. When you and Mr. Asher appeared on my island, I grabbed at the first chance to leave. And what happened immediately after? My island got taken over. I very nearly lost everyone. And we both would be feeling this way. But Winry will take a deep breath to center herself. But I'm still a Yurgotten. 'Cause when that happened, I know it wasn't you. It wasn't your fault. A lot of stuff happened. And we have to accept that. But accepting it and thinking it's okay are two separate things. You know what happened. You're not proud of it. Alright?
Zara watched me kill people too, and I just don't know how to come back from any of this. I have a hard time looking you in the eye. Player section. That's also not a joke about height.
Everyone's a little racist.
Well, I'm very bad at words, so I'm sorry about this, but
Is she gonna hug? I'm sorry about this. Admit.
but Winry will just sigh and hold out a hand. I mean, I know you're not in your usual form, but is it okay if I just ground myself here? She's offering, to quote-unquote hold her hand, or in this case, a pincer.
What kind of role is that for me, I guess, then?
I would say
Insight?
yeah. Make me an insight.
Okay. Sorry, we didn't quite map this out on this part, so we didn't know where this was gonna go.
Yeah. Well, that's the nature of the game, honestly.
Yeah. Sorry. Alright. Rolls don't fail me now. Well, it fell to the ground, and I have no idea where it went. But that's a 9. Should I roll again to hit the floor, or is that not a problem?
It's not a problem.
Okay.
Winry is being quite blatant with her presentation of honesty and attempt to try and meet you in this friendly manner.
So you're saying I do have the choice, or am I stuck?
You have a choice. It's up to you.
It would take a minute. There's not many sounds I can imagine a scorpion can make. However, if she's... Are you looking at her, or are you looking away?
Winry is meeting the many eyes of the scorpion. Just
Good.
a soft expression, just not expecting anything but welcoming her in.
this creature has massive pincers, like, could probably slice you in half kind of deal, but it's shaking. Like, there's a moment of pause, like, do I want to do this or not, or am I gonna hurt this person? But given what he just told me, I think in this position, she's putting her trust in you, meeting her halfway, and not pushing her boundaries. And it's like the outlying curve of the pincer, not where anything is sharp. And it just kind of like go right under your hand. That way it gives you all the opportunity to pull away safely if you wanted to.
And Winry does not. She fully rests her palm on the curve of the claw.
Winry, as you do,
yeah,
you are met with the point of view vision of several different memories of shame in this one instance, and it just fills you with tears. It's not sadness, not anything else but shame, self-reflection, the importance of shame.
Wow, that... I don't have any words for that.
It's hard
I'm
to...
sorry that happened to you.
I'm sorry it happened to you too.
But you know, Cotton, it happened, but look at where it brought us. I wouldn't know you, Roloi, Holly, Mirad. To be honest, I wouldn't even know there was Zara out there to help save. I don't know her that well, but I love that little girl. And I trust we'll make it through this. It's hard accepting what happened, but
I don't
because
know
of
if
it,
I can make it through this. I don't want to be a monster in her eyes.
well, I can't see where things will happen. I don't have any kind of special sight or anything like that, but we'll be there for you the whole way. Whatever happens. I'm at your side, Cotton. You can't shake me off. No matter what.
There's a slight pause looking at the gigantic pincer in her tiny hand of the literal meaning of that, but, I just couldn't wrap my head around why someone would want to be a friend with someone who nearly killed him. Multiple occasions.
Well, probably because you're the coolest person I've ever met. I've never known anyone with your kind of resolve.
As you say that, scene transitions. Into this darkly lit room, staring down at this massive glowing red lioness, and Alois staring back. What am I to say to you?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were pausing for a second. The short answer of that just pisses her off more and just immediately just more snarling at him. That's all you have to say to me after everything? That's it? Really? You're my dad, and this is all you want to say to me?
There is everything I want to say to you.
And yet you don't.
There is a reason for that. You see, as both of you kind of almost circling each other in the room, I've told you before, I do not feel terrible about the decision that I had to make.
You started all of this. You didn't even try. You started all this. Zara's gone out of my reach. Murad's going to die. And that's all. And you no regrets. No, none of this. I've become a monster to everybody. I've murdered people. And all you want to do is meet me with these cool, calculated answers. You're supposed to be my dad. Not my boss.
I know. Perhaps it was easier if I was. But that's not what happened. I had no intention of turning you into a monster.
No, but you had no idea what it would have done to me. You didn't even talk to me about it, and then you said nothing as I went away with it.
I know what would have happened if you succeeded.
And again, you've told me nothing.
What do you think I saw? What do you believe was coming after you should you have succeeded? Because I believe we both know that.
But that's not the point!
That is the point. I
You
did
keep
my
things
duty
from me.
as your father
By keeping things from me?
to saving you.
Without telling me anything.
Because what would it have fundamentally changed? Do you think that Arthur would have just left it there?
No, but I'd at least know to go absolutely not, and I'd somehow walk away from it still with my husband and my daughter and my dad all together.
And then who faces those consequences?
We can't know. But
I
this is
do
what
know.
happens. Mm-hmm.
I do know. Should you have succeeded, the gods would have come after you. Taken you. From me. After everything I've already lost by then. You were one last thing that I wanted to lose, and that was not something I was willing to bear. My actions selfish, yes. What happened to you, terrible, yes. But you are alive now. You are alive today. I pulled you from that burning wreckage. I have done everything I possibly can. I have bided my time to save you. My only true failure is letting you know.
I just wanted you to talk to me then. Not go switch a formula in my book. You had no idea what you were doing with it. And you made it so perfect that I didn't know what you changed. If you told me that this could have ended catastrophically to the level of gods interfering, you think I wouldn't have listened to you? Do you trust me that little?
Yes. I do not trust you. Cotton, I am over 2,000 years old.
That doesn't make you perfect.
But I can tell the signs.
Oh, that I'm just gonna be a stupid human? And just go about doing crazy shit?
It's not about the ridiculousness of the mortal concept and their behaviors.
Are you even sorry? At all?
That I am.
And what was that stunt you pulled earlier? Giving me sudden tickets to Priya and then you don't realize I can tell that it feels like you're trying to leave? I'm already dealing with Mirad, probably just not making it past getting Zara. And I don't even know if we can get to Zara at this point.
I've made every effort to try and protect Zara.
And yet you still kept secrets from me about that too.
Cotton, look at me. I am Alois Asher. My secrets have secrets.
Your secrets
deepest-
have blood on them.
That they do. Many innocent lives have fallen at my hands, and many more guilty ones, just as many. You blame me, and I agree. The things I have done in my life are an ocean of blood. But many of those decisions I do not regret. Because they saved just as many lives, if not more. That has always been my duty, the duty of the Sapphire Sea, the duty of the Black Archives, and to you, my duty as your father. The reason why I cannot tell you anything of everything is because I am who I am.
And yet you let me walk back in there with those change notes. And Arthur still got what he wanted. I don't even know how the gods aren't still coming after me for this. Or is that something else you're not going to explain to me either? Keep me in the dark all you want.
Things have changed. You were already punished.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. There was nothing I could do. And trust me, I wish I could. I wish I...
Do you even trust me now?
Honestly,
I trust.
Honestly, as time has passed, began to realize that I had been falling for the same old feelings I have felt before.
I don't like the feeling that you don't trust me, but yet I trust you with everything. And that still hasn't changed. I trust you. But I feel like most of the time you won't even meet me halfway. It scares me. I'm not asking for every known secret there is to know. I just wanted you to trust me and to talk to me. And then all this happened. And even though I said I was okay after we had that talk, I'm still angry. Because every little thing also keeps building up and more and more. Now even your ex, she broke me. And now she's going after Zara? What else is in Volflora, right? Reloy hid me and Wenry from her, but he can't hide Wenry. Or can't hide Zara. Sorry, I'm reading names at the same time.
That's fine.
I don't know what to do, and it pisses me off.
Trusting you is like trusting Igwolf. When she got what she wanted from me.
I'm not Igwolf.
She had her vengeance. I know. But that doesn't change. That doesn't change what can happen.
That's not fair. I have to compete with someone who hurt you before, who I didn't even know existed until she came lashing out at me. I'm your daughter. I'm not Igwelf. You can't keep me in a bubble.
I know. There is so much I cannot tell you. I cannot say.
Why? Why do you push me away?
Because I am who I am.
Who is that?
I am Alois Asher.
Do you want to be my dad?
I've asked myself that question many times.
I just want my dad.
I know. As the scene shifts again, we find ourselves...
Excuse me, I need some water. Fuck.
I know.
You go get your water, I'll get a box of tissues, Jesus.
I knew this was coming, but I'm like, never prepared anyway.
It's alright. On this still sea of rain and thunder and lightning, this moment, Murad, as you connect. There's a moment in which both of you sit here and think long and hard.
Cotton?
Yeah.
Is there something else?
The elephant in the room. We've been out here for 8 months. And it doesn't feel like we're any closer to her.
Yeah.
More and more pawns are on the playboard going after Zara.
Yeah.
Now it's even equal. It just feels hopeless. Like everything in this universe is doing everything it can to keep her from us.
Sure as hell trying.
I don't even know if I can walk away from this.
I know you can. Cotton, you're a lot stronger than you probably have seen. I've seen it. I know you are. And I know you will make it out of here. I have great confidence in that.
I don't... I just feel this... It just keeps getting worse. Even moments when we're actually seemingly happy, I just feel this overwhelming dread of how far away she is and the guilt. Her future self told me I didn't run away, but it feels like I am.
I would trust our daughter. If she told you those words,
Aver,
I don't think so. I don't think we're running away from her. The storm is being ruthless, and it keeps buffering us. And yet, I know that we can still get to her.
But that also means there's a high possibility I'm gonna have to fight someone I looked up to for so long. I know that seems crazy to you, but Arthur was a friend, a mentor. And it feels so weird, because after everything that's happened, yeah, sure, I should just, the easy answer, just beat him. But I also know he's honest in what he means to do.
No.
I need him. I just want him to see that there has to be another way.
I don't know if there's another way for Arthur, but I haven't spoken out too much about this, or at least in small glimpses, but yes, it hurts a lot that someone we both trusted hurt us so badly. The greatest betrayals are from your closest friends.
What do I do? What do we do? It feels like hope keeps moving further and further away.
I don't... I don't see how hope is moving away. We've done so much. We've accomplished so many things. We've gotten stronger and are able to hold ourselves in up against such powerful beings. But
Will you fight?
I'm not hopeless. And if you need someone to help you hold on to that hope, I can help you with that.
I want you to help us. I don't want this tragic hero bullshit.
I'm not a hero. I'm a
You
father and a husband.
I don't know how else to explain it because Armadillo's little leggies are tiny, but like tiny kick. Armadillos keep digging. Sorry.
Oh, little moments like these.
Little moments. Get us through it.
I have to let myself laugh a little bit because I am fucking sobbing.
I'm not a hero. I'm a father and a husband, and that's all I wanted to be. I didn't want to be an adventurer. And I'm working, and I will make sure that we can hold Zara again.
And I hope that means for you more than just before you say goodbye. I need you to promise me you're gonna try. Not every answer has to be going behind a god's back, but...
I would prefer not to go behind a god's back, but
no.
If I have to in the very end, then I will. Beltania would understand by how foul I was when I first met them and how I demanded to go back to you two. I demanded her to bring me back to you. I didn't ask politely. I didn't beg. And Beltania should know that I do not beg.
I also owe you an apology.
Why?
Back when we knew we were gonna have Zara, I should have just retired right then and there. But I didn't.
Mira shakes his head. It would drive you crazy to continue to have such regrets. We don't know what the future would hold. None of us do. Well, most of us do. Trying to get a laugh out of her. Trying.
A little bit. Somewhere Reloy sneezes.
As you manage to get that little laugh out, you get close to this armadillo-like creature as your hand places upon it a flood of both happiness and sadness fill you, as well as an immense amount of knowledge. Something beyond just the bond of a wedding band, but an actual personal connection of this knowledge as it fills you. It changes you. A drive to do more. You feel as if these ghosts that once weighed heavy on your shoulders begin to lift. Feel yourself become different, faster, stronger, smarter in some ways.
Gotta rub off on him somehow.
Took long enough, right?
The both of you see in this dark, rainy night on the ship, both of you see a firefly.
Oh no, here comes tears again.
As it lands on you, Harad. The warmth as it echoes between you both. You see as the bestial form fades, and you see almost like a ghostly apparition of Cotton as the sky begins to clear, the rain ceases, and a beautiful night overhead for the apparition disappears, and you see where that void once was, dark and rejecting, becomes white and accepting.
Can I move the boat forward?
No, but the gate is open.
Murad will go towards that light.
Yes, you do. Holly. These cold streets as you carry this creature close to your armor. You step out into the moonlight.
You doing okay there, bud?
No.
She's gonna wrap her cloak around you.
Kind of lost here, Aaron. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank.
No, it's fine. It's just this feeling as all of you are surrounded. You feel this haunting presence within these streets.
Oh, it's a monster in her head. Got it. Or at least, I guess, for her, if I'm understanding the way this is going, it's how she also views herself.
I need you to stay strong, she says as she covers the jackalope and looks around for the creature.
How? But how? Just... It's overwhelming.
I can't explain to you how to be strong. You already have it inside of you. There's no secret weapon, there's no special thing to do. You just have to accept that things are hard and do them anyway.
Sorry,
You know-
I am trying
Okay.
to center myself because I am in the verge of tears over and over again. Like, you are putting me through the gauntlet today. Sorry, guys. Oh.
Can this episode be sponsored by Kleenex?
Right?
No, it's sponsored by the Kling Hex.
Ah.
Aha!
I think she'll take Cotton to the, brightest spot that she can find of moonlight. And she'll stop and kind of unfold it so she can look directly down at the jackalope and say, I understand your fear. I lost my mother, you know.
Yeah.
I know you're scared of losing your dad.
And Narad.
And
Zara.
Rod. And Roloi. And Zara.
And you.
And I'm scared of losing Mark and my mom, the other one. And I know that one day I am going to. But that doesn't mean I have to accept that it'll be today. I just have to prepare myself for it.
But that doesn't mean you're just gonna... You're not gonna go now, right?
No, I'm not going anywhere. We're walking this path together. And we're gonna see it to the end.
As you say that, you notice that almost as if looking up to a dark sky as clouds begin to pass over the city, you notice that the moon beginning to fade behind it. And the faint crawling of creatures start coming out. Shadows of monsters as they bare their teeth and gnash ever closer as you get further out into this open street.
Take a deep breath. They're coming. I need you to stay with me. And she's gonna draw her hand axe with one arm, but not brandish it. She'll only use it for defense.
The strongest thing about me is the thing coming for me, though. And it's caused nothing but pain and death.
That is not the strongest part of you. You have kept that creature at bay
And I'm terrified
this
of it.
entire time. You have fought it. You have railed against it, you've stuffed it back down when it's clawed its way up, and you have never stopped trying. You did that. We didn't do that for you, and you need to do it again now.
I don't have that magic that Igwolf used on me last time.
You don't need Igwolf's magic. This is your mind. This is your heart. And you control it. This is your life. I need you to fight for it the same way you're wanting Murad and your father and Roloi and Zara and Wenry and me to fight for it. I need you to find that strength and stand with me.
Persuasion again, I'm guessing? Or
Yes.
is it insight for me?
Holly, make a persuasion check.
We're rolling strong tonight.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
you are.
It's this friendship
Holly.
that these two formed together. It's coming through.
As
I swear to God, I
Wait.
salted the digital dice.
as you put every assertion as the first beast comes gnashing over towards you, you manage to glean it with your axe, because it only rolled a 10. As you manage to hit its side and then push it off before turning around and kind of just keeping your golden eyes staring at all of these creatures as if you are fear itself, as if death itself is protecting this life.
At this point, I feel like seeing her do that without flinching and combine that with the words from someone who they have this just unspoken but kind of spoken friendship. Like it's a complicated one that they just both understand, and that just comes rushing back to her. And the bunny's gonna actually turn its head to stare back at what it is she's scared of.
You see, as if like a mangled pile of darkness, these massive horns, this hunched beast, its maw open and its eyes glowing.
Her bunny form is going to have the ears raise up a bit and takes a deep breath and does what a bunny does when it's angry at it, trying to steer it off by slumping its big ass paws on the ground. She's a bunny.
And as you do, as you thump onto the ground, you see it release this glow that then manifests into a small firefly. As it wraps its energy around you, Holly, as it lands on one of your feathers, you see as this jackalope figure disperse into humanoid, glowing, faint, and just like an apparition before looking back at you, Holly. And then, almost with this burst of light, as if tiny little bullets spread across the entirety of the street, decimating all these creatures before fading away, and this larger creature rushing back to the dark. As you
That's
see
good.
that white gate, that dark void turns white, drawing you to it.
And she's gonna walk toward it. Come, let's go.
The jackalope is
the-
already gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
already faded.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought they were separate. Sorry.
Nope, all one thing.
Henry.
Yeah.
As you sit here with this large creature, soft and slow, as all this pain, this shame passes through you. Empathy comes forward. More than just before, but this familiar feeling as you felt this kind of emotion on your own before.
I know this is hard. It's very hard gotten. But maybe it's not good to keep this all to yourself. It's something you're not proud of. Yeah.
I can't be proud of it.
And I don't blame you for that. Nobody would.
I also just can't be told that what I did was okay either.
Yeah. I get that. Mary will wipe at her face. It's not something I can ever imagine going through. It's beyond a lot of people's understanding, but despite it, you're still here.
I just don't know how to accept it. It feels like
okay.
accepting the shame means that am I okay with it? And I'm not.
You don't have to accept it, but knowing it was part of you is the first step. I know it's been just something on your mind for a long time, and
I just
yeah,
can't. It felt like for a while that I had to. The only way I could get around this was just I'm separate from the other part of me, but that monster side of me is me. But I can't look it in the eye.
Then try with me. I'm not familiar with the scorpion's expressions, but I can see you're not looking straight at me.
It's hard.
Yeah.
When I see people that I've hurt, all I see is those moments. I almost killed you again.
You did. That's true. But it's not just because I'm a tough little halfling with scales and half of me is basically a dragon, but
Probably one of the toughest people I know.
I try. But it's because of it's Roloi and Holly, Mirad, you and Aloise. Every single one of you. You made me so much stronger than I was at the start.
No. You did that on your own.
I did that because I wanted to protect you. I saw you were hurting. I don't want you to hurt. So if I can help however I can, I will. Even if I'm not proud of what I do.
You confuse me so much at the same time. I'm ashamed of what
I
I
don't
did to
exactly
you,
make
but
a
yet
lot of sense, do I?
you want to protect me, and you're holding the claw of a giant dune pit or scorpion thing, whatever the hell this is.
Yeah, I am.
As she's saying that, she actually looked at you.
There we go. There you are.
As you look, there is a moment of not acceptance, but actualization before the segmented body and head as it takes a breath before staring beyond the reflection of the glass and down into the room.
Winry will follow the gaze. It's a mess down there.
Yeah.
Well, would you like some help cleaning it up?
You can't clean up the past,
No.
but I will need your help to help with what comes next. I can't do this by myself.
Even though the scorpion probably can't feel it through the hard carapace, Winry will give a tight squeeze with her hand, just like, well, I already said you can't get rid of me easily, so you're stuck with me whether you like it or not, Cotton. Through thick and thin. No matter what.
I mean, that's what family does, right?
Yeah, that's what family does.
Both of you stare down and then back at each other. You see almost as if like a shine runs over the glass, leaving behind a small droplet of light that transforms into this small firefly. As it lands upon your shoulder, Winry, you see as the form of the scorpion returns and coalesces back into a humanoid shape, that of Cotton. For nodding at you and then fading. You feel a shift in this area as you return back to where you once were, that void, once black and rejecting, now white and accepting.
Well, guess I did what I could here. Winter will pat the spot where the firefly landed, and after a deep breath, she'll get up, dust herself off, and head towards the now white portal.
And move back to this room. As these two beings, these bestial-minded creatures, walking circles around each other, trying to find even the slightest opening. Cotton, I cannot give you my secrets.
I'm not asking for your secrets. It blows my mind that you can't see it. Why are you even here? The easy path would just let this happen. Let it go. Wouldn't it?
That would be easy, yes. A long time ago, I promised myself I would attempt to not make the same mistake.
Well, that's nice.
You want to know what? I will tell you one thing. After watching mortals clamor at every possible chance at evolution, magic, power, I came to one finite conclusion, that none of you are worthy of it. Not because I think that you all would set yourself on a path of destruction. You've long since done that. But because of what is to come. Me and my kind, we are many, yet we remain hidden. The age of the dragon is not over, yet it has not even begun. But if mortals were allowed to have the power, have that knowledge to do whatever it is you think is right and just, or to do right by each other, someone somewhere out there is going to use that against everyone else. My kind, the gods, everyone.
You think that's what I wanted to do?
No. I think that there is someone out there that wants to do what they can with the knowledge that you have created to do exactly that.
And where was this?
Because this honesty is what drives mortals away.
You think you being honest with me would drive me away?
Yes.
My dad being honest with me, concerned for my well-being, would drive me... Do you hear yourself?
It wouldn't be the first time.
I'm your kid. I'm literally your child. I trust every word that comes out of your mouth. Because I always trust you don't steer me wrong. I only ever wanted you to just tell me the truth. And it hurts me that you can't do that. And yet, every time I come up against someone who has a stick up their ass about you, oh, you trust him? Oh, you trust him? Do you think you know your dad? And I will tell them boldly to their face, yes, I do. I still do. I don't want big ol' scary dragon. I don't want Alois Azure, crime boss extraordinaire. I just want my dad. And I know you can do it, but you're scared. Clearly, you think I'm gonna do exactly like a Zigwolf would do in some sort of fashion. And that's not fair. I had no chance. If that's who I'm competing against.
You're not competing against it, well.
But I'm held in the same spot as she does.
No,
I don't want these logical answers and this, that, and the other. That's what Arthur gives me. That
What do
pisses
you
me off
want?
too.
What do you want me to tell you? And I'll tell you right now, I will give you anything then. But do not fear the answer you will get.
I don't want a forced answer.
What do you want?
At this point, I don't even know. It sounds like you're gonna be leaving me. Murad's gonna be gone. There's a very high chance I'm not even gonna get Zara back. I could just die now. Everything feels hopeless. I don't know what to do. And the one person I look to the most can't even lend me their hand because you don't need me to know anything. You hurt me and I want to forgive you, but...
Am I worthy of it?
Do you want to be?
No.
Why?
Because you are the greatest thing I've ever had.
Then stop pushing me away.
The truth, then. I am going to die.
So I was right.
Now you know why I could not die. I sought the fate of Earthsea and what it told me is that I am going to die. And it will be done by my own decision. And that it will be done for a kind face.
Oh, that hurts me more. You guys. Sorry.
God damn you.
Oh! Fuck. Sorry.
Kick.
You're right, I don't like the answer. But at least you're telling me.
The reason why I want to keep you away is because in every attempt to protect you is one other enemy in an attempt to get closer to you and take you from me.
And yet keeping me away anyway still did the same thing. So why not just... I don't know when this will happen. I don't want to know if you know, but... just stop pushing me away. So at least whatever time we have isn't felt. I don't want this to be the last thing I feel with you.
I don't know if I'm strong enough.
You are. I've known that since the day I met you. You gave me a second chance at life. A dragon took in a human child. We've been through so much. You've been through so much. And I can tell, even though you don't tell me these things, and I understand the Black Archive stuff. But when you're dealing with me, all I ask is that you just be my dad. Please. Because when you push me away, I feel like you're just rejecting me at the same time. And I feel very stupid when people question me about you.
I will never reject you. My faults are because I am who I am. But I would do anything. Anything for you. If it meant that you were safe.
Can I please be part of that discussion? Please.
Yes.
Anger is a lot. Anger is a very strong emotion, and it physically drains you. So rather than like the rest that came to the others, she just kind of lays down.
As you lay down, you see as Alois finally stops. What am I to say to you?
I don't even know. I just need my dad to point me in the right direction. Please.
And that is what I will do.
I just want my family back. Even if it's for a short time. Even with what you told me, knowing what I saw, this scares the life out of me, but what little time left, I just want my family. I don't want barriers anymore. I'm tired.
See as he walks over close. And he gets down on a knee. And it just crosses his hand on the other one.
That massive head would just eventually shift to just sit on his lap.
As the moment passes, I don't know why I am like this. I don't know why I fell in love with this world. But I know you. I know why I chose you.
If you tell me it's because I look like a Guelph, I'm going to smack you.
No.
Okay. That lady is crazy.
Yeah. I don't know why many things, but I know you. Because you were me. Sad. Alone. Hurt. And I couldn't watch it happen.
This massive creature is just gonna shift. Not get up, but it shifts to just... He is now being partially hugged by these massive ass paws. Which is why I don't accept when you tell me you're Alois Azure. You have always been my dad, my hero. And I refuse to let anyone tell me otherwise. Even you. And I need you to stop trying to convince me this.
I know, kiddo. I know. As he looks down, the glass is gone, the shape of this angry lioness right back into Cotton as he stares into your eye. Before a firefly lands on top of the hat, envelops him with this soothingness before your form dissipates and the rift opens to him. Roll it.
Damn it, I forgot we were still going.
Excuse me.
The last
Hold
on
on,
the
My
list.
goodness.
Water.
Man, is it crazy? Like, are the others just like sitting here and talking?
No, it's just you and me.
Ah. What are they up to? Probably boring.
If you want to convince yourself of that.
I've convinced myself of a lot of things.
Oh?
First of all, I've convinced myself that I am the smartest person in the world.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
What?
No. I mean,
No, you're supposed to. That's an
No.
idiotic statement.
no. It's not. We're in two different points of views, but
Oh, fair.
plus, the amount of mistakes I've made that you've corrected, I'm just trying to say.
Well, I guess I'll take that. Credit where it's due.
You literally correct us in the moment. Come on.
I don't correct you, per se.
Your chronal shift.
Correct the timeline.
No, but you're able to... Despite time being soup, you're still able to somehow see through it, even though you know nothing's concrete. And push us in the right direction here and there. And... it baffles me. I have my signs that I do, and it's right in front of me. But that... way above my pay grade.
Well, it took a lot to get there.
Yeah. We've got a lot to do anyway.
Still need to save your daughter.
And you give me hope because of that. Even though I may have to accept that some of those futures may not be the greatest ones, but you seem to be finite in that future. Or at least solidified in some way.
It's good in that regard to have a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah. The selfishness in me is hoping that we all make it through. However, the parent that is me, knowing that if we're there or not, my daughter has someone to rely on. It started out weird when you suddenly called yourself Uncle Reloy, but now it makes sense.
Well, that wasn't my doing. That was Zara.
No, I know. But from our point of view, you came out of a vision and you told us that out of nowhere? Think about it. And we were just starting to get to know each other then.
I guess that is a little strange. Random old man coming out and saying he's the uncle to your daughter.
Well, physically you were old, but not really.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware.
But you said you have a plan, right? Possibly.
I've got a pretty good feeling about it. It's impossible to tell what will happen. But if I'm right, I am going to rub it in that metal masked man's face.
Funny fact, I actually got to see his face. Once.
Well, a piece of it.
Yeah.
Is he like a
He's
hideous ogre, some sort of hag spawn?
No, Lumerian. So,
Of
galaxy
fucking course. Wait, no, I knew that already.
Yes, you did. Good job.
Lumerians can be ugly. They can't all be attractive, right? There was that one.
I don't
This is the DM laughing, sorry.
Are you talking about the ones that we've all met, or are you talking about the one you met that I wasn't there for?
Oh, she was really attractive.
The FOMO of missing out on that one.
Like, almost out of my league.
I wouldn't say that. You have a very unique charisma, and I don't know if you know that yet.
Oh, shucks. Stop it.
But, hear me out on this, though.
Eh?
Arthur has been a big pain in our asses. And...
That's undercutting it a little, but go on.
Listen, if I had to explain everything about the complexities of that, we'd be here forever.
Ugh. I don't want that.
No, none of us do. But, Arthur... He's a complicated one, but I do know that he absolutely wants this star to continue on. But I'm hoping that maybe another smart mind of ours here, and she's looking at you like the owl does a little head tilt that's a little too creepy.
I like my minor illusion, Reloy's head getting bigger.
Yeah. Maybe we can try to convince him that there's probably another way. He's very fact-driven and lives on that whole I've seen so many things because I live fucking forever. And just so stubborn in the way he thinks. And that's why I'm so frustrated, because, like, at the same time, I know he's emotionally stupid to just tell that to a parent that, hey, I'm just gonna use your kid, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like if we can, despite the plan that you have, and I'm not gonna ask you to spoil that on me, I do trust you, maybe we don't have to fight him. If we can get him to work with us instead, give him some sort of factual proof that there's another way, this won't have to end so bad.
After seeing what he can do, I don't want to fight him either. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass, especially for me.
You didn't get shot by him.
I did get shot by him.
He did actually apologize about that, surprisingly. So one of very rare moments I've ever said that he's wrong, and he realized it.
That's the thing about people who think they know everything. They think they know everything.
I know you're trying to joke about yourself, but I also know my dad and I know Arthur. And sometimes I want to just yeet them into the sun. Not even gods know everything, and it drives me insane. There needs to be a hope, because otherwise what are we doing?
Running around in circles.
Yeah.
And hoping things work out.
You think we have a fair shot?
With me in your corner? Oh yeah. We have literally spanned... Is there a dog in here as well?
I guess now canonically Cotton had a dog when she was living at the manor, I guess. I don't know. Would Aloise not give her a puppy? He probably would.
We have spanned plains. We have seen the birth of gods. We have gone back in time.
You make a fair point. Though, to be fair, good chunk of that I wasn't there for.
Well, we also have some machinations against certain gods as well.
Yeah, I'm not even sure we can even...
We are not in the realm of easy feats anymore, Cotton.
No. Honestly, yes, I live by the saying of, if it's easy, is it really worth it? But after coming back to you guys and realizing we didn't make it to get the answer to this contract thing, and then now it's like, oh, well, you know, you can just kill Blackbeard. No, because I don't want to take another parent from their child.
He's being a real dick about it, though.
He's not being a dick. He's in grief. That man's a legend. But what we saw wasn't a legend.
Just a sad old man. Yeah. Of course you're right.
If you say we have a shot, then I feel confident we have a shot.
Like I said, we've done some pretty fantastical things up to this point. And I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. You literally witnessed the Titans.
Yeah, I did. That far away look in the one eye. I really wish I hadn't, but I did.
They seem daunting. But the less you think about it, the easier it gets.
It just feels like we have more bigger and bigger fights coming our way, and I just want my kid back. I just want us to just slow down for 5 seconds, please.
Well, if anybody knows anything about slowing down, it's me. That's the thing about time. People say it's a tesseract, or it's a soup, or it's a circle, or it's a river. It is all and none of these things at the same time. But I find the river is the most appropriate analogy in this circumstance. The more you try to fight against it, the more it will push against you. We are stones in the river of history. We don't block the path of the river, it just flows around us.
At that moment, there is this last semblance of peace, calm. For the two of you see as a small firefly lands at the tip of your horn, and as you turn, Roloi, you see what was once the owl now stands the physical form of Cotton, humanoid and full.
Oh shit!
Hi.
Hey! Does this mean I won?
I believe so.
Fuck yeah.
As this last laugh comes out, you see as the form dissipates.
Oh shit,
And
wait!
as you look back and see where that void once was, now turned white and accepting.
He sort of looks from side to side, shrugs, picks up himself off the ground, and begins heading towards it.
As all of you pass through this gate, Hutton, you feel as your mind once was split, now reforming, repairing. But there is still yet more work to be done. As we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. All right.
I need a break.
Yeah, same here. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll be back from break very, very soon. So see you all then. And we're back. We're back, everyone.
My emotions.
I like that.
I'm fried.
Oh, we ain't done yet.
Ah!
Well then, that being said, let us go ahead and jump back into it. Where is it? Ah. Oh, nope.
DM unprepared, 100 points from Grifflepuff.
Right.
Not Grifflepuff!
No, not Gribblepuff.
How did that morph into something else? 1,000 points for Grifflepuff. Fuck you,
Grifflepuff.
Snake.
Not Gribblepuff.
Slitherclaw and Grifflepuff, no!
9. Alright.
We're tired adults, emotionally exhausted, and here we go for 2 more hours.
Who says you need therapy when you have D&D?
Yeah. This isn't therapy, this is torture!
Shh, it's lore.
As all of you walk through this liminal space, as you enter what looks like to be a strange amalgamation of buildings and things, a culmination and mishmash of places and things, kind of just this chaotically put together cityscape. As all of you stand next to each other, together again.
You seem oddly well rested, Roloi.
I mean, was I supposed to be not?
Did you not have a rough time in there?
I just had a very nice conversation with a one-eyed owl.
I talked to a giant scorpion.
It would have been a really rough conversation if it was a one-eyed snake. And I mean rough.
Never change, Roloi. Never change.
Chloe's gonna do a blessing over you.
Fuck.
Osmodius is spinning on his throne right now.
Fuck.
How is everyone else? How... Mirad's looking at everyone, like, kind of...
It was a good talk.
Monsters.
I had to say what I needed to say.
Hopefully you weren't this cryptic with her.
No.
The judgment fuck.
Yeah, Mirad was like, kind of like, I understand you're her dad, but I'm also her husband, and I will fight you in this dream world if you start fucking with my wife. There's a lot that I need to talk about when we get said and done here. Yes. But...
Same.
Yeah. Had a very enlightening conversation. I want you all to know that I do care about my well-being and will try my best to do what I can going forward. But I will need help, and I will need prodding. So,
Well, much as Cotton can't get rid of me, neither can you. Come hell or high water.
Merritt smiles.
Or both.
You
At
know
the
what?
same
In this
time.
case, we're probably going to get both.
Which just leaves us with the odd question of where this is now.
Are there
looks
are there
around.
pieces of this environment that we would recognize from? Oh, hey, this is Volflora. This is from Hollingrad.
There are small pieces here and there, yes. Given everything, there's also something almost as if looking through this strange darkness, this tapestry of black, this faint outline of a massive skull that is likened to that of a lion.
You think we need to approach that thing?
I don't think it's approach, I think it's trying to intimidate. Either which way, staying still is not going to solve our problem immediately. We need to find out wherever Cotton might be, at least somewhere within here.
Yeah.
Do we want to try the direct approach? Who wants to shout for Cotton?
Pulls out a kazoo.
Do it. Do it.
Pulls out a horn.
Where did you get a didgeridoo?
You're in a
I don't
dreamscape.
know. It was minor illusion.
I mean, dreamscapes, I guess. I don't know if that works the same thing here. Let's see. Is there any place high up that I can try to get to try to see if I can find Cotton?
Sure. As you kind of just like clamber upon the piles of amalgamated memory, as you reach kind of to the top, you can see what looks like to be this city-like clearing, and as well as just this giant open field and void that kind of has this draw to it.
Can't see anything else from my position.
Not with your passive perception, though.
Not yet, because I would need to talk to you about some rearranging of things.
Soon.
But yes. There's something out there. Cityscape. Mirade's yelling this down. Like what he saw. What he sees. Should we try to proceed?
Yes. Probably for the best at this moment. See as he kind of...
Nothing else we can do.
Only way out is through.
As you all proceed forward. And you enter within... familiar, at least to you, Holly, as the memory is very recent. It is a lot like Hollingrad here. As if something has been pulling pieces of where you all have been and where you've seen, and acting as kind of like a base nexus, if you will. And as you get closer, you begin to notice along the buildings are these old and ancient seals and sigils that kind of line along them in a direct way, and then leading back to the center of this massive open field in the cityscape.
I was
When
just
I would like to pause and take a look at these runes.
Sure. As you get a closer look, make me an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. First dice roll of the session. Ah, that's a 9.
9.
It was almost a 19.
I'll take your passive then.
Thank you.
They seem familiar in the sense of probably like old magic, but not much else after that.
Hey, Roloi, could I get a second opinion on this?
What am I looking at here?
Some kind of rune or sigil. I'm not entirely certain.
Upon closer inspection for you, Roloi, having the higher Arcana, you can definitely tell that this is old magic. That the bindings that had created the original spell for Cotton are still here, faltering, but they are still within existence here. And in fact, you could possibly glean some information on a certain spell if learned right. It's a very powerful spell, probably a little out of your current wheelhouse.
Could I do an Arcana check to see what that might be?
I'm proficient in arcane. Can I help him?
Sure. Roloi, make me an Arcana with advantage.
Arcana with advantage.
Let's go.
I need to access my... There it is. Okay. First one is a... That wasn't a natural 1, that was a 12. With the F? Oh, nice.
Rude dice.
Did I install this shit upside down again?
You might have.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. I'll just re-roll those for posterity.
Okay.
What was my highest there? My highest was a TTT. My highest roll was a 16.
16? You would know that there is ancient magic. However, the basis of this magic is transmutation by design. And this kind of magic is capable of changing your visage in a terrifying way. Otherworldly, even. So go ahead and add to your spellbook Tasha's Otherworldly Guise.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck. Hang on.
For like it's a gift out of Cotton's mind.
One.
Tasha's Otherworldly Guise.
Correct.
Let me put that in the notes. Gosh,
We
dang.
come in, we cry, we get traumatized. Roloi gets to have an afternoon, a cocktail, and a new spell.
God
Right?
damn.
Don't worry.
You gain the following benefits until the spell ends. You are immune to fire and poison damage, or radiant and necrotic damage. You are immune to the poison condition or charmed condition. You gain spectral wings and a flying speed of 40 feet, plus 2 AC. All of your weapon attacks are magical, and you can attack twice instead of once when using the attack action on your turn.
You're welcome.
God damn.
I turn into a fighter.
A buff wizard.
The fighter.
Does this have to do with the curse spell that Igwell put on Cotton?
This is definitely a modified version of it. Yeah. This is... I'm only able to pull a semblance of what this spell can truly do.
For now.
Or laugh at the gift.
It'll make you strong and muscular.
It'll make you more powerful.
Happy
We
to
are a
provide.
totally serious game of D&D.
Like all of them. Alrighty. Oh, that's
And you said the rune is failing as well?
it's beginning to fail, almost as if the magic that had initially bound it was decimated to a point that it is failing.
Does it look repairable?
Unfortunately, no.
Roy sort of takes in a deep breath and... Well, it looks like we're going to have to look for a different solution than this. These runes are bunk.
I think we need to figure out how to drive out whatever is the curse at this point.
Oh, now that we can do.
Hunting we will go.
I mean, any way that we can track this thing? If it is a thing.
That's your wife you're talking about.
I'm talking about the thing that Igwell put in her, not my wife.
Well, these runes are directional. Do you think maybe if we follow them, we'll find a clue?
Possibly. Let me take another look. Is there any way that is there any sort of like arcane signature that I could follow to try and help us track this thing?
It does seem quite directional. As I've mentioned before, these runes kind of lead back to that massive open dark space in the middle of the city.
I think
it's
we
better
need to
than-
head into the city.
It's better than wandering around blindly. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be stuck in Cotton's head forever. I mean, not in this way, anyway. I'd like to be remembered for a while, but...
Okay.
Well, then let's get to it.
Alright. Traversing forward as you all get closer towards this massive open spot. You get a feeling almost as if there's something that's kind of been following along your backs. And every time you look up and see that skull from the sky as it just peers down at all of you. This
Sure hope that thing stays up there.
This strange leering just unsettles you.
It's probably some part of her, right?
remember correctly, her research looked into the old kings. A group of demigods from the Beastlands who act as arbiters to their domains. When they were brought into this world in order to repopulate the natural wildlife by Alora's hand, eventually there was a betrayal. As one of the old kings convinced the rest of them that they deserved to rule over nature. So they made deals with druids. Those druids would anger the goddess of nature herself. She was young and new to it all. More importantly, she was angered and disrespected. And as such, she cursed them all, bearing their souls into the bodies of those druids, transforming them into what we now know today as lycanthropes. A punishment for desecrating her shrine, killing her people. If Cotton really found the bones of an old king, used to say that old king doesn't have its maw bared on her throat at the moment.
Do you think maybe we'll have to face one of them?
I wouldn't doubt that.
So there's like an ancient werewolf all up in her brain.
I think
Maybe not necessarily
this
a
sounds
wolf, but
familiar. Are you referring to the Luke Guru?
No. No, this is different. This old king is probably closer towards that of a lion. Can't put my finger on the name about it just yet, but it is what I think it is. We are in for quite a fight.
Is it safe to fight in here?
No.
Frowns.
So we're going to have to drag it out of Cotton.
Or be very careful.
I vote careful first, and whatever else after, I guess.
I agree.
Don't think. I am to assume that dragging it out is not going to be healthy.
It's probably not even dragged out. It's probably already here.
Oh, what I mean is dragged out of their mind, like Role was suggesting.
That we have yet to see. And as he takes a step forward, getting closer towards that blackened spot, there is this strange particulate that now flows through the air, darkness, this feeling of as if it's trying to push you all out.
Definitely gonna try to push through.
Does this feel like a resistance, like we're trying to push against a force?
No, it is a force trying to push you. So far, it is not strong enough, but you can feel it. As
Winry's gonna plant her boots.
Do you want to hold on to me, Winry? Like his coattail?
You're ready to catch me. How about that?
Okay.
as all of you now entering this blackened space, you see, as you stand under it, this massive skull now staring and leering down to all of you. You notice upon closer inspection that there's something in it. Something within one of its massive eyes. This huge piece. Holly, as you get a close look, you can kind of see a beating and growing thing in that eye. And at the bottom, as you get closer, you see, chained to the ground and forced to stare up, is the visage of Cotton. Alois, with almost no delay, gets as close as he can to you, Cotton.
Am I conscious or catatonic?
You are conscious, but you keep staring up at this thing about to bear its weight down upon all of you.
Eloise, that looks like some kind of parasite or something.
And I'm looking at these ghostly, darkened chains. I'm looking back up. This is how it's been bearing down on your soul. How it's been capturing your mind.
She looks tired, probably, too.
Yeah. You look absolutely exhausted.
Mirad is also trying to get by your side.
I'd imagine she's probably just still staring up at it, like she hasn't moved.
Yeah. This is it. If we break the chains, we awaken it. If we awaken it, are you prepared?
I don't know.
As he gets down close, are you scared?
Yeah, I am. I'm tired.
Good. It's what makes you you. It's what makes you human. And it will be what frees you.
But it can hurt you.
I've been hurt before. It won't hurt if I'm doing it for you.
I don't want you all to get hurt because of me. I can't really hold this back anymore.
Oh, come on. How many times have we gotten hurt in each other's behalfs in the past? It's just another one of those times.
You're stuck with us, Cotton.
You have the...
I'm sorry.
Yeah? You can all get out if you need to, though.
Oh, we're not going anywhere.
Funny.
This is it. We fight this fight, and if we win, you are free. And then we will have a few more. And then you'll be home. This is the beginning of the end. Do not tell me you intend to turn back now.
No. So long as you promise to be careful.
So be it. See, as he stands up and he pulls out his revolver, you can see as it kind of glows, this faint sapphiric glow, with the intent of to break the chains. As you see, as he fires the first shot and it snaps the chain and shatters it, as the ghostly darkness begins to fade away, you see as the skull lowers itself down and that giant beating mass in the eye begins to excrete this bloody red fall of liquid as it hits the darkness and begins to spread out. As Alois walks over to the other chain,
Mirad was gonna help with one of the chains as well.
as your blade is filled with this bluish sapphiric light, with your intent, as you go and raise it high and slash it, as the chain breaks more, as it fades away from the wrists. You see as that giant skull, almost as if the tapestry of darkness begins to pull back, this pure white bone staring at all of you, as that giant mass finally detaches from the skull and then falls and falls as it hits the ground with this wet, gross thump.
Yum.
Cotton, as you are free, as you stand up and you manage to get yourself under the legs, as all of you, as if watching the black and red coalesce from the ground, as these massive spikes grow out. This huge blackened beast, as it lays one of its hands, you hear this massive, thick squish into the earth. And again, as the rest of the body begins to form, you see this massive, gnarled, spiked tail. And these two deep, yellow, glowing eyes staring at all of you. That
is mine.
Despite being the smallest, Wenry just tries to make herself stand as tall as she can. No, she's not.
Then I will assure it so and drive you all out.
And as you see as
pisses
these
her off.
long black claws dig into this blackened field, that's where we're going to go ahead and leave today's session.
Hmm.
And I don't think I'll show it.
Why not?
Next week.
Womp womp.
Next
Come
week, you guys will
on.
find out.
Oh,
Alrighty.
man.
Yeah. Looking forward to it, am I right?
Yarp.
Okay. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead, jump onto some quick personal announcements, and then we'll head on off. So, first and foremost, again, I am moving, so by the time this episode comes out, I will probably have already moved into the new place, and I also, I've been kind of doing some live streaming. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail stuff. I've been really enjoying it so far. It's been feeling good, feeling great. Oh god, I still gotta get the Final Fantasy XIV video done. Dang it. Ain't done.
You got distracted.
I gotta move to get through.
You gotta move first.
Yeah, I gotta move first and then deal with everything else. But that being said, I think that's where I'm gonna go ahead and leave off for me. So, Blue, how you now?
Dehydrated. That's what.
Dehydrated?
Hello, it's me, it's Blue, it's Kazunade. I'm very tired. That was a lot of emotions, but it needed to happen. I really don't have much going on, except for I'm absolutely playing the expansion to Dawn Trail, but I'm not posting much about it because I want people to enjoy it without spoilers. But I have been trying to do more art streams, so if you want to see that, just follow me on Twitch under the same name, Blue Kazunate, as well. Or, you could join my Discord as well. I stream in there privately every now and again, too, so that's about it.
Yeah. Alrighty. Ray.
Howdy, I am Ray, also known as Key Ink or Calligraphy Ink on various websites. Life has been a busy, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I will definitely have free time this week to at least get some D6 work done, because I have like 2 or 3 things that I really, really do want to do personal time and work on. But commissions and comic work has been keeping me hella busy. A lot longer than I really wanted them to. But anyway, yeah, I have like Murad's tattoo layout stuff, and then working on the sorcerer subclass artwork.
Yeah.
And then the third one's a surprise just for me, but will be enjoyable for the rest of you. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna pass it on to B.
Hi, it's me. I'm B. You can find me all over the internet as Pastel Werewolf or Pastel Wolf. I have just been working nonstop, so I haven't gotten to do anything personal aside from hang out with my friends on Sunday nights. So, nothing else really going on with me right now. So I will pass it on to Connor.
That's me. The Distortion Devil. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky, Instagram, Connor McKinley, VA. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm playing through Elden Ring right now as my character from a different campaign.
Looks fun.
Yes. It's Otho.
Ah.
Hell yeah.
Yes. That's really all I got going on over here.
Alright. And Kendra.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kendra, transient day all around the internet. Yeah, a lot's going on. I'm gonna be helping Aaron with his move over the next while, so hooray. By the time you guys see this, he should be settled in, and we should have everything figured out. If not, still waiting for some things to finish, but anyway. Don't worry, I will keep him on task, because he's gonna be right in my periphery. I'll be able to say, hey, Aaron, do this.
Me.
You're gonna
No
have to be
hiding
responsible, mister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I look
anyway.
forward to always being responsible like I usually am.
Anyway, aside from that, I manage the D6 TikTok. Please feel free to stop by at any time. D6EOE is our account. Please send in a message if you have any questions or whatever. I might be able to get you some inside scoop. Can't guarantee it just because I don't want to spoil anything, but who knows? I might be able to get a secret answer. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Alright. Nothing else pressing?
I got a headache. Thanks.
Sorry.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Alright. That being said, thank you all so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching and joining us for today's session. We hope you stay safe out there, and as always, see you next Sunday. Alright, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.